Okay, Oracle's Four Eyes, session 3, isn't it?
Yep.
You are still in the Shamashi Temple in Pontasilor. It is night. It's quite late by this time. You just survived the third, in fact, attack by assassins. And you will recall, which we went through after last session, that Edvil Hustler's daughter, Gianna Hustler, will appear again and approach Tindri. And she will ask, she's very understanding of your current plight. Of course. Is there anything we can do to help? Give just but the word, and I will make sure that my father sets all of the city guards of this town to hunt down these criminals. We will do so with all our resources at our disposal, because this type of lawlessness simply cannot be tolerated.
Thank you. I think we can manage. But by all means, if you find it so disturbing having these lawless figures running around your town, don't let us stand in the way and for you to go and fix that.
I will certainly talk to the local sheriffs and the city guard, because this is just beyond the pale.
I do not want to be in her debt. I'm just saying. No way I'm going to be in her debt.
Maybe she can help attend to Goblin.
It's up to him.
Am I conscious right? Did they wake me up? Because I'm
eventually.
Oh, no. I can tend to him.
I'm sorry, who's that? Who are you? I'm indicating to the person that Tindri clearly doesn't like, and I'm not saying a word about that. Just, who are you? Goblin has never met this person.
You weren't conscious last time, too.
She is dressed in not quite the finest finery you can have, because that type of cloth will break if you move in it. But it's certainly algae silk and very... she's not dressed the way a Drakorian would be, a Paratornian would be, because they would have very lavish wigs and outlandish things to demonstrate their wealth. She is much more austere, much more in line with the mindset of this island, which is practical, pragmatic, enduring. But there's still a certain flair to it, and when you're looking at her
being the illusionist's daughter.
You can never quite be sure what color that dress is. It seems to vary by how she moves, or how the light falls on it, or something.
Oh, yeah. Who are you and what? I'm sorry.
She will sit down by the bed. I am Gianna Hustler.
Well, nice to meet you. I say my hand. I just give her my hand. It's slightly shaking. Nice to meet you.
And you see my...
Move my hand back.
Are you in much pain?
Not at the moment. They gave me the proper potions and a bed, so I'm doing better.
I can help.
I'm okay. I'm not unfamiliar with these kind of headaches. Trust me, this is nothing. Look, at least I don't have alligators chasing me up a tree right now. Oh, did I ever tell you guys that story about when I was protecting the... I turned to Tindri, I started going off in this story about eggs. Sorry, that's for another time, but no, I'm virtually fine. But thank you for...
Gamford and the guards have been casing the lot, and you remember that assassin you had captured?
Yeah, that was their other target.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
someone sprung that one. There is... I'm not sure exactly how this person was held captive. Probably in a basement, maybe?
Yeah.
No windows?
No windows, tied up.
Yeah.
The place where they send the sinners in this temple.
There is...
Black bagged.
Yeah, the door is opened, and They probably made their escape through the sewers or something.
Well, at least none of us are dead. I mean, yeah.
Except for Humphrey.
This wasn't that attack.
No, I know.
So yeah, this is the night. So this is just a few hours after the attack, after I woke up and.
This is not very long afterwards.
Okay, so
Aftermath. Dawn has not quite come.
okay, and we're leaving pretty much at crack of dawn, so we have maybe a
Yeah.
couple hours sleep if we're getting it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
first,
are you getting it? Maybe not the guards this
No.
time.
No, we'll stay up the rest of the night because
God damn it.
we can sleep on the boat.
This is true. If you get to the boat,
Yeah.
you do sleep there.
just before I crash, I'm assuming I'm at least able to walk at this point. I mean, it's gonna hurt. And I'm gonna have a terrible headache, but I can move.
Yes.
I'm gonna hop out to where I saw the person who was helping me and Rory a little while ago. I remember last time I did see her in this area. I know she's here.
Yeah, no, you haven't
Yeah,
seen
I'm
her
just-
around right now.
I'm not gonna call out for her because that'd be
Or
dangerous.
have you.
Or have you?
I saw her come in here is pretty much the gist of it. I don't know where she is at the moment. I'm gonna look around, see if I can see her anywhere.
Okay,
So
well,
what'll that
win.
be? My wind. I have 3 wind. I should be safe. I got 1, 5, and yeah, so 1, 3, and a 5.
Second? 1, 3?
1, 3, and a 5.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Yeah. I had a 6.
So close. Alrighty. I'll ask for questions later.
Yep.
I sit down. Actually, I'm gonna ask the Lucian's daughter to step out. Actually, I wish to speak to Tindri unless she's busy. Unless Tindri's busy at the moment.
Of course I'll step out.
I'll put our bubble of silence around us.
Okay. First things first. What's her deal? I see the fire in your eyes, and that's not even you conjuring magic. What's up with that?
She's Edward Hustler's daughter.
Right. Can you remind me who that is? I've been really...
Goblin would know this.
Oh, okay.
This name. He is the Archmage of the Illusionist Academy.
Mm.
Basically, if Gandalf was an illusionist, that's him.
Who recently seized control of the area.
And the Kashat does not like in the least.
No, he is
He's,
one of the worst anti-creationists on this island.
Oh.
No, the worst. It's not
Yeah.
just one.
Yeah.
So... Okay, well, thanks. That's really handy. A second
Unless
thing.
there would be Shaglites around. I'm not sure who would be worse, but they're not as powerful as he is. So
No.
probably not, yeah.
If we enter into a deal with her, we enter into a deal with her father. That is not acceptable.
I can see that. I'll keep that in mind. Second thing, on our way to secure the boat we got, me and Rory have relayed the information to that person we met, and will we have told that story by now? I'm assuming we would have after we got back, and there was a bunch of dead scorpion-like creatures, and the Kashat was again in chaos, yeah.
Yep.
I'm curious about something. If she's here to help us, why did she do nothing when the assassins attacked and the townsfolk attacked?
Isn't it very interesting?
Yeah, it's just, she didn't lift a finger to help at all.
No. And she comes to us and asks if we want her help chasing out these assassins. And instead of actually looking for a chance to help her city,
And
chasing out the assassins.
the only thing she's done for us is give us her boat to use. That is... I'm not seeing anything she's doing that an enemy wouldn't. I'm very suspicious of this person.
No,
Is it
now you're talking about agent for the Tigataloga.
Her.
So are you still talking about
Yes,
Diana Hustler?
yes.
You're talking about
two
two
different people.
Oh,
potentially
okay.
different.
Oh, yeah, no,
Okay,
I'm off
okay.
her. I don't care about her.
Potentially different.
We've never seen them both at the same time.
So it could be the same person. I mean, Gianna, if anyone can shapeshift, it would be her, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the illusion star to my knowledge, but someone sent by the... Who sent her again?
Tigataloga?
Yeah.
Franz the Kelver.
Yeah.
General Franz
I
the Kelver.
haven't seen that person, have I?
Oh, yes. Franz the Kelver was...
Yeah, no, the Digitalong.
No, you haven't seen her.
No.
Although-
Rory has, and
Yes.
he vouched for her immediately because she said General the Kelver.
Mm.
And
he trusts-
I'm telling you this, and we would have told you that Kindred that sort of basically, as a refresher, She came to us, said she was there to help us. She was
Yes.
sent to help us. She helped us secure a boat.
Yeah.
And then she disappeared. But apparently she's been watching us this entire time. And she's continuing to do so, I know. She's still here. I saw her come in last night, or several hours ago.
Rory
In the aftermath of the bug attack.
Yes.
Rory vouches for her.
Yes.
That means a lot. But on the other hand, he does not know illusionism.
Rory will probably grunt a little bit about that.
Well, you don't, do you?
I don't know much about this commander, except I think I
But
pissed him off.
she said General Bakelva.
I'm quite sure this person can say his name as well.
It's just some, I don't know. I'll put it this way. Obviously, we're going to have to be suspicious when we get on this boat, but we're going to have to make doubly sure. Because she didn't lift a finger to help. I don't know if she has any... did I notice any weaponry on her when we spoke to her? Any? Did she look at all combative? Probably roll a win to see if...
She did get out of Rory's hold easy as pie. He came in behind her and tried to grab her, and she just slept out of it.
It's just... She's here to help us. I don't know. I was hoping to speak to her about this, but just keep that in mind. There's somebody watching us sent by this person that Rory's a fan of.
When I meet her,
If you meet her.
yes, I will see if I can catch some of, if there's something strange with
Okay.
her.
I guess keep an eye out for her. I guess that's all I want to say to Tinder before I completely collapse to sleep and try to heal up a little bit.
Yeah, other than that, the night will pass quite uneventfully. We are
Well-
not attacking again. The rest of the night.
Yeah.
They've already met their once every 12 hours quota.
Yeah. The scary part is it's getting more frequent and it's getting bigger is what I'm slightly scared of. Or it's sporadic in some sense.
Now they've become more dangerous and more coordinated the longer the illusionist's daughter has been around.
Yeah. Although at the end of the day,
Because their initial attack was really haphazard, kind of loose smokescreen, and then now they're getting very specific things done.
yeah, I was hoping to talk to that one assassin, but oh, we'll make do.
Now someone released him, and then they escaped through the sewers.
They release him or kill him?
They released him.
Do we still have their weapons? The ones we killed. Are the weapons still stored here?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember to bag those. I want to take a look. Goblin at least wants to take a look at them, and at the end of the day, they're free arms.
Yeah, it's a sickle. And it can be mounted on a staff.
Is the staff with it?
Yes.
Ooh. I might take one of those.
Ska jag skaffa här? It's
Yeah, we'll deal with that later.
okay.
Yeah, so crashing through the night, having terrible nightmares of bottles and angry citizens.
Tinder staying up as well?
Can I put, I'm going to ask, can I put out some kind of warning signals, so to say, around the temple grounds that can somehow alert us if someone is trying to...
Through magical means?
Yeah.
Not without fate dice, you can't. You're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to
Tin
go.
cans and string.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get creative and go old
Cats
school
in
with
the
this.
string.
Marbles and bags.
Or be arrogant to someone you shouldn't be arrogant to.
Well, I thought
and give
I
yourself
just...
some fate dice.
I thought I just was quite arrogant towards Hustler's daughter.
Yeah, but you didn't slap her across the face and then spit on her.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hey, you shot down her offer. You didn't shoot her down. Exactly.
Rory has it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna run her out? Never come back here, you evil anti-creationist.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm going to do just that. She when she
Elven
goes
Muppet Run.
yeah when she goes to try and heal him, I actually lose it. I lose it because he is such a naive and nice dwarf.
I wouldn't trust. I don't know this person. I'm not letting her put her fingers on me and heal me. I don't know what magic
She always tends you when you're sleeping.
Exactly.
I'm naive, but I'm stubborn as hell. I would not. I don't crack.
He's such a simple dwarf. Stop taking it.
Exactly.
And plus, I can see Tindri. Goblin knows people surprisingly well. He can see Tindri's hatred. It's just
Well, actually, Tindri does not. Tindri has a soft spot for people who she sees as little puppies.
just don't tell Goblin that you're fine.
No. I'm not telling Goblin.
She's referencing Rowry.
No,
Also.
Rowry is actually very, very, very much capable to handle himself. No, I'm
that's fair.
referencing to Perima, who she sees as a little puppy.
Perima is her pet, don't you know?
Yeah, she's so cute. You just want to, take care of her.
She also
And-
has a cat.
Yeah, and I like Goblin a lot, but he hasn't been out of the marsh. He doesn't have that kind of experience.
If I run into some
And
alligator
now
people, I'm okay.
this evil human, this evil human is trying to come here and put a bond onto us so we will become anti-creationists.
Out, you anti-creationist witch!
Thank you.
Here you go.
You go full Uncle Phil on her.
Your insults lack the sophistication and pointedness of a true Paratorian nobleman. But it does channel the raw passion of your hatred well enough. And she is chased at the gate, and the Shamashi priests are very happy with this, because obviously they hate her presence
Oh,
as much
good.
as you. They're truth gods,
Yeah.
devoted to the truth god.
Yeah.
Her walking there defiles the damn place.
Just
Exactly. You defile this place.
Goblin hears all the screaming in his sleep, wakes up a little. More assassins? No. Tindri's just kicking the anti-Christians out. Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Trolling me.
So I can put some things out.
You can. I'm not sure what you want to do with your magic. You have to describe what you want to try and do. I mean, a simple warning system that just tells you some information, right?
Here go that.
He's
Okay.
starting to feel cooped up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure how sophisticated I can make it, because if I can put up some kind of warning signals that will alert me if there are people trying to enter who has evil or bad thoughts in their hearts.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Like watchful wind
have-
spirits.
Yes, for example. Or
You have life
maybe
magic,
The trees.
exactly what I was going to say.
right?
Yes.
Ask the trees and the grass and the plants to keep a watch out for bad guys.
We don't. She knows
for-
what the assassins look like. They're pretty obvious.
Yes, for the people who were.
Right, and then tell you if that you can do that. I'm gonna say that. I would like to have let's see now.
No, come here. What are you doing?
the spirit bomb.
I don't know what you want.
Right
What
on
you
the grass now
want?
with eyeballs, really angry looking eyeballs.
Yeah.
Of course, this area goes. This is what
No, it's just it goes up and then it curves in like eyebrows.
Yeah. Just a little blade it now.
Yeah.
I'd say you need 2 successes for that, not 2 sixes. Just
Yeah, I need
2
my.
fours.
I need kind of my. Where's my? I thought I had. Okay, whatever.
2 successes. That's 2 successes.
Oh, yes.
Yep, you
That's
did it.
right.
Of course, it's fine. Give me the fake die. It has been spent.
There you go.
So now the land has nerves.
Yes.
Can you please stop it? Okay.
You will ask the trees and the grass to watch over you.
Yes. And everyone
Yes.
will sleep in this.
Are you then going to bed, or are you just...
Yes, I'm going to bed because I have faith in my plants.
And you should have. The plants will, in fact, alert you that someone is coming.
Oh, shoot.
And this is hours later. This
Okay.
is getting closer to dawn. It's just that chill moment before dawn comes.
Okay.
False dawn.
I wake everyone up.
For false prophets.
Uh-huh.
I'm still awake.
Yeah, Guy hasn't slept, and
yeah.
I might need a harder poke.
I get a partial night's sleep before the last attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just closing your eyes, and Tindri, there's someone
I
here.
can give you a point of exhaustion for this, because that seems reasonable
Yeah.
at this stage.
I grumble out of bed. Okay. Well, luckily I just grabbed one of the scythes, I took one of the scythes because I wanted to look at it, so I just dragged that without any effort, without any ability to use it. Just... All right, what are we doing?
I love you too.
All right.
I
So,
love you too.
the plants have alerted you.
Yeah.
Someone is coming.
Okay. For the record, I slept with my clothes on.
Of course you did.
I don't think any of us had time to change.
No.
So, that piece of business out of the way. Someone is approaching.
What do they say specifically, the plants?
Well, plants aren't terribly intelligent, are they? It's a human.
One human.
Yes,
Okay.
one human.
Okay.
Okay.
With evil in their heart.
Not by the gate.
Okay, I wake up people just in case.
Walking across the lawn.
Okay. Someone's approaching.
How can you tell? Oh, how can you tell? Has there been an alert?
Someone's approaching.
Okay. Yeah, and same thing. Run to where the weapon's being stored. I just grab one of the scythe things, just drag it with me, just in case. I can't use it, but just drag it. I've seen weapons. I'm a metalsmith.
I've seen weapons.
Thanks to the guidance of the plants, you will be able to spot the person who is moving from shadow to shadow through the little crops of trees there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She's not dressed in the Rana uniform, but then again, would assassins stick to that freaking uniform?
Have they?
But she is dressed in dark clothes.
Stand, or you get an arrow into your heart.
She stops, pulls her hood back.
It's your friend.
Robin will recognize her. You are good. I'm glad to see that. Your friends Gobbin and Rowery were much less attentive in the streets today.
It's okay.
What's her name now then?
Yeah.
She hasn't told us. She didn't tell us.
She's a messenger. No, what did she tell us?
She was there sent
By General de Keller.
to help us.
Yes, but did she have a title at all?
No.
She didn't give us any name. She just led us to a person who could give us a boat, and he took our arm and our leg to get the deal going.
Not literally, you're walking.
Lighter, in fact.
Are you ready?
We
Dawn
are,
is coming, and with that, the tide.
we are ready.
Good. Then let's move. I would propose that we can't hide the soldiers and your cavalrymen easy enough because it's cavalry. But if the cavalry protects dummies, then any attack will be made against the troop. Meanwhile, we can send 2 carriages or 3 even. Or try to move out if you can move quietly.
I can.
I can not talk. I'm not worrying very... I'm probably quiet enough as is. I've had to maneuver around sleeping predators before. I mean, the heavy armor, though, that might...
Right, and you're not broken anymore because you've slept.
Oh, yeah.
And we can create quite the din as well to ensure that ears turn one
So
way.
then we move along 2 different paths through the city. But not so far away that the cavalry can't come and assist us in case we need them, and can do so quickly.
Can I roll when to gauge an intent offer, read her true intentions at all with any ability I have? Or any...
Water, I would say.
Okay, so 2.
Because this is more about sensing.
6 and a 3.
Let's see how sneaky she is.
Or earnest.
Or
Yeah.
earnest.
Narrowing my eyes at her and listening to her very carefully on her words.
Can I see if she has? Can I sense if she is illusionized in any way?
You can sense magic, but that doing so is a spell.
Just having the occult ability is not enough in this system?
Nope.
Could you maybe just
No,
do
because
that?
you're sensing particular energies and so on.
Maybe heeding my warning, you could maybe do just a general water check, see if her voice is different or something.
All right. Yeah. I'll roll the 1 for her.
Yeah.
If she tried to hide her emotions, yeah, this one does not have a poker face.
Okay, just look at the rest of the crew. I mean, yeah, the best I can nod to them. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay. Although I propose we keep 1 or 2 of them with us.
1 in that case. We need to be able to move quietly. He can't be armored, or she, whomever it is. There's no prejudice against women serving in the front line of military forces in this setting. In fact, as racist as this setting is,
We ask them just to take off.
Then in that situation, they'd be much less useful to you if things should.
Yeah, I propose 2, not simply for protection, but because Rory wasn't looking very good this morning. When I woke up, he didn't move, and I'm unfortunately not strong enough to move a 6-foot wolf by myself. I'd like the 2 of them to be able to move him, is really what I'm proposing.
put him in a carriage.
Okay. We're just going to have to roll him into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's move it. One thing about her, though, you can't make out her facial features very well because she has...
She's green. Sorry.
No.
She's purple. You greenest.
Yeah, apparently Shagalites get green skin. But Ganford couldn't know that.
So we can't read her facial features very
No,
easily?
she doesn't. She's not a Shaggalite. No, she's just taken some coal and rubbed in her face to keep hidden.
To cut down on the potential glare,
Yes.
catching the light.
And that makes it also harder for you to read her face. And recognize what she would look like in pure daylight and all that kind of thing. She knows her way around sneaking around in town.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Okay.
And you would recognize her type of behavior from special forces units, the infiltrators. Yeah. Probably not the type of honest soldiering that you like to be done, but still competent is competent.
We'll take what we can get.
And so I've got rank. I understand that, sometimes you have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess let's grab a can. I'll apologize and also talk to the head Shamashi priest here, who's in charge. I'll apologize very thoroughly for the incidences, but there's not much we can do in terms of compensation, aside from hopefully track down this enemy.
Hey.
Strangely enough, the Shamashi priests are very, very helpful in getting you going.
Oh. Very strange.
I'm going to flat ask one of them.
Just want you out.
This is because we've been making a lot of noise, isn't it?
They will not lie, but they also don't have to answer your question.
It's okay. I would kick us out too if this happened in my swamp, but Yeah, okay.
Go with Shamash. Spread the word.
Oh, I'm already gonna. Yeah. Okay, well, again, thank you for your hospitality. I'll walk off after that. Just the most awkward people to work for.
Rauri and I have some gold, right?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of it, still.
Wow.
I think he spent 2 last time.
Yeah.
You spend
How,
the
how much
three
is
left.
how much is tons?
down.
3 more dice for the wealth roll.
Okay. I leave since we actually more or less destroyed a lot of their things and used up all their resources and things like that.
Got nothing
Yeah.
on me.
I leave
Nothing.
a sum.
Oh, you're going to leave that much? Enough to
No.
make it a die?
Not that much, but
Okay.
um,
Some coin.
yeah.
Alms for the poor and so on. No, that's,
how much-
that's
how much-
appreciated.
Yeah, no, how much would it?
It's entirely up to you. I mean, you can, if you want to make it such a big sum that it actually stretches your wallets,
No,
but otherwise, yes, you give some coin, and you still have some coin, and they're nice.
how
and
much?
happy about
How much do? What I'm trying to say is, okay, vänta. Hur mycket beräknar hon att det kan ha kostat? Allt det
that.
här.
Well, just in terms of all the herbs they used.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of money.
Okay. Well, then maybe we should give them enough.
Or you can just give them your active ingredients that you've collected.
Okay, I can do that.
Because that would be an equivalent, which
Okay.
means that you don't have them anymore. But
Yeah.
at least, they are pleased that you helped out.
Yeah, because I don't want to leave with them thinking we are
Freeloaders.
Leeches and freeloaders.
Yeah.
And,
just taking without giving, så att säga. What?
So you give them your active ingredients. You have some of the stuff that you harvested, but also the poison for the tree scorpions that you can use to make anesthetics.
Yeah.
And they're very grateful. This is going to help them restock.
Thanks, Andrea. An apology, I wouldn't be so much, and I've got nothing on me aside from the moss and growing.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
mush-
just near here.
Yeah, I don't think these mushrooms have active ingredients. Just look at my cloak on the back. Does it do anything? Yeah, never mind.
All right, out into the night of the late night, early morning of Pontasilor. Are you going to be with your troop?
Yes. Because again,
Make lots of noise.
like my counter
Armor
argument
up.
any time to split up is they know how many soldiers I still have. They know
Yep.
what I look like.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Yeah.
hide
So,
from anyone.
If you guys are going to successfully sneak by, I need to be with them and we need to be with them.
And I
That's
remember the weapons that we stole from the dead bodies. I like those.
Rory is a good sneak. You're a good sneak. You might not be.
That's fine. No one cares who I am. I'm a short dwarf who's the same color as some of the walls here.
Well, that's the sneak thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But
So let's have some fire rolls. Is that sneaking?
I guess I have 2 in fire, right?
Yeah, but you have an added bonus for your cloak.
Oh.
And your boots.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
1, 4, 5, 6.
I'm not sure if Rory would use a fate die for this, but probably.
Yeah.
Would he?
How many does she have? Does
He
he
has
have?
no-
No, he seems like the type that wouldn't mind getting the fight if it happened.
But he does try to be sneaky even though he's
Yes,
a
he
offender.
does. He has the 1 fate die.
I think he would spare it.
Okay, let's save it.
Just
So 3.
because we're still on the...
Yeah, that's
well-
fine.
I even got a 6.
6 and a... Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got the 1/6 out of my one die. For this.
Whoosh!
Yeah, because I was also going to say, I could see Logan going, oh, you've got a 6? Yeah, I'm going to save my fake die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she will definitely use her a couple of play dice. There we go. And she knows this stuff. And at least it's a success. So you goddamn it.
Wow, I'm being quieter than she is.
Yep, that's embarrassing.
Her focus is too split.
Yes, I think she's petrified that any of you would give her away, given that you're clearly incompetent futzes. And then you're not, and she is, because
So weird.
she's used to working alone. They work better alone, quote unquote.
So realistically, we all just throw our hoods over our head, and we all have our own way of being completely disguised.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and I gave the scythe I was carrying to them, so I'm not just a mount walking with a giant scythe.
No, imagine
on
we
the
would
floor-
play some of ours fairly obviously, so yeah, we've got the gear too.
If you enlarge that on the screen, you can. I think you can go into. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yep.
There.
There we go.
So you are down by the white blob there on the south bank.
What white blob?
This, yeah. Just northwest of that. No, up. There you go.
Okay.
Is the Shamashi Temple.
Okay.
And you have to make your way through the city streets, across the bridge, and then just down a few blocks to get to the merchant house.
Can du visa på din?
No, because this is a handout, not a map. And you will, in fact, do so, because with all those sneak rolls,
All those critical sneak rolls.
exactly, not bad at all. You're making lots of noise, clearly.
Like soldiers leading caravan. So
Yeah.
that none of us want to be up, but we have to.
You will notice that there is an unusual high number of patrols, city guards, patrolling the streets, particularly around, strangely enough, the temple area, and then down to the port area. You wouldn't know if they're in any other parts of the city, but there's a high concentration here of city guards.
Strange that.
Yes, very.
Yeah. And something.
I don't know, the way things have been going, it's not an unusually large amount of patrols of city guards. Complete
That
quotes.
could also be a
Yeah.
problem.
You know, if something goes bumps in the night, people want to go see what it is.
And you will, in fact, make it to a ship.
Is it the
Woohoo.
ship, or is it just?
It is the ship.
Okay.
There's- yeah, the ship.
No, the one he wants, the burning one over there.
We get on there. Ah! Oh no!
Como está?
Help! Oh, hey, trip of Spain ain't bad.
It's called the Wave Runner,
Uh,
and it's a catamaran, which is a catamaran type ship. It has 3 sails, one really big Latin type sail, and then 2 on each keel side as well. The tricky bit will be to get the horses aboard. They've built a makeshift stable,
Yeah.
which will be just enough to house your horses, and it's going to be very cramped on deck otherwise, because this type of vessel is, it can carry some troops up to about the size of yours, maybe 2 such troops if it's not cavalry.
Cavalry, yeah.
But it's you know of this type of ship. It's the ship that the Praetorian Coast Guard uses to catch smugglers, which means that it's going to be light. It's fast as nobody's business. It can catch any ship
Yeah.
out there.
That's a good choice of ships.
But it cannot load a whole lot of troops on it. So you're not going to get an infantry company on one of these.
No.
It's hit and run type things. If they would run into a pirate ship, they would tuck tail and run, and the pirate ship would never catch it.
Yeah.
But for catching smaller smuggler type and also reconnaissance missions, you just can't beat this ship. The tricky bit is it's also a ship that's used for coastal sailing, and getting straight across the Praetorian Sea
It's a lot of open
isn't
water.
really. Yeah, it's a lot of open water for this type of vessel. But still, I mean, it can do it. Probably, you don't know. You're not a captain. You just sit on one of these to get to where the fight is usually.
You just need to sing songs from the Moana soundtrack. We'll be okay.
Oh, don't worry. You got a dwarf. There's a lot of good songs you can sing with him.
So you're getting loaded onto the ship, all of you, and casting off. The captain is talking to your lady guide in question.
Lady of the Night.
Yes,
Yeah.
the lady of the night. She, by the way, goes by the name of Aspahel.
That's fine.
Not asphodel.
No.
No flowers.
I think that was the name anyway. I can look it up again.
She was really smart. She just go by Jeff like one of the other guards.
It's my name.
Fancy that.
That's my idea.
But you cast off from Conflux with the warm land wind in your back, which I mean that's always the wind.
Yeah.
The wind here is always lying out towards the ocean because of the desert behind you. So
It's like it hits a glass crater rim and just comes right back out or something.
almost,
Yeah.
yeah, strange.
And unless there's anything else you want to say, I'm going to start looking through the ship with a fine-tooth comb. I'm going to inspect everything.
Arafel, sorry.
Okay.
Assassins in every water barrel.
I'm looking at everything. I'm not good with woods. I think I had an uncle who was good with wood, but he didn't teach me much. So I'm just looking through this boat. I'm using my small size to look into cracks and stuff. I'm going through this. I'm inspecting everything on the ship. So that'd be
And then who's eaten by
If you
dolphins.
bring down that map, I can bring you the other one.
I'm just
There you
pops a
go.
piece full of
Victoria.
soot. No, we're good.
You're finally getting out of Conflux.
Long overdue,
Yes.
in my opinion.
On this, the 5th day of Testa, that is March.
Bathrooms are
And
clear.
if you give me your mouse, I can show on the screen.
Do a
There
slideshow.
you go. Thank you. So this is where you be,
Mhm.
and you're just following the delta out, basically. And I'm sure your guards will still be doing a bit of guard duty because the riverbanks are too close
Yeah.
for comfort. But to make a long story short, no one is attacking you this morning.
Oh, I'm shocked.
I know.
Did I find anything on
It's
the
not
ship?
lunchtime. That's the 12 hour. That's the 12-hour point.
Yeah. There's a sandwich and an arrow goes through it. Yeah, so I found nothing on my inspection. Or what I
You
rolled.
found nothing particular in your inspection, indeed.
Nothing faulty with the ship's design. Everything looks ship-shape, no pun intended.
Given that you have such a high skill in navigation and
Ship making and-
ship making, you have no freaking clue. Man the halyards! What is that? Where's the capstan anyway? Is this a capstan? No.
Why is this all wood? Jeez.
It looked like a ship.
This would burn so easily.
Have you tightened the front? That's how you say it, isn't it?
Yeah, so I find nothing. I'm just going to go to my... Actually, I'm probably going to go tend to the horses. I'm probably concerned about them because I know them on water is not good idea, so I'll probably spend a lot of time...
They might be assassins too. You never know.
Oh, yeah, there's one captain.
Yeah. Good horsey.
Well, you think Wilson or
The suit falls in and there's 2 assassins standing there with the third one across their shoulders.
The moment you leave the coastline, it gets colder because, of course, the air from the desert dissipates.
Okay.
And you can't leave Palamux without getting hit by a bit of a squall. This used to be where the eternal storm was. There is no eternal storm, but there's still rain because hot air and water from the desert meets ocean air, which is considerably colder. So, yeah, there's going to be a bit of a squall over you. But you have decent winds, actually. The captain doesn't say much because he's talking mostly just to Arafel. But you have winds that are laying from inland, and that's perfect for where you're going. Captain points the ship navigation skills. Rory goes under deck and he's just seasick right away,
Yeah.
like he always is. You are also seasick because you are a dwarf.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing well.
No. You could...
I'm gonna go tend the horse, and the horse are like, dude,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm lying there and they're feeding me, hey.
You gotta take care, man. We gotta take care of that. We gotta take care of this guy.
Okay. Can we bring 24 horses?
No.
But you have enough, I'm sure, both of you, enough navigation skills to know where north is and where south is. And
My nose tingles. My nose doesn't tingle. My nose tingles.
the ship is staring north, which means that you're not going to go straight across the lake, the Dracorian Sea,
Okay.
which is probably a good thing. I don't know. It means that your trip will take much longer distance,
That's fine.
but you have a very fast ship. And you can feel it. You're slamming into the water, slamming into the waves. They go up and down and up and down. Not much sideways because it's a catamaran construct.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, bam, bam.
And when I'm not throwing up over the edge, I do wish to speak to Arafel for a hot second. When I can.
Splash, not hot anymore.
That will take a while. Yeah, so starts the journey north towards, in fact, Chinsmira, which is Rowry's home island and Gunford's. You've been on this sea voyage before.
Yep.
In fact, when you came here to get them.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't take this kind of fast ship. Well, maybe you did. I have no idea. You might have been able to commission one. They're not
Being
terribly
an
uncommon.
important message, yeah.
Yeah. You're flying across the seas, basically. It's...
Definitely wasn't the type of ship I took the first time through heading up to...
No, that was a Cairo,
Yeah.
correct, and they are slow and sluggish in comparison. So what are
Very
you going to
stable.
spend these days on the ship doing? Because it's going to be at least a day to get over to Transmira. This is faster ship, but you're going to head over some heavy seas, which slows it slightly down because it's not really suited for that. It's going to speed up again once you get to the coast.
Light drills just to stay trim.
Yeah.
And keep us from getting too bored while the sailors do everything.
How does meditating work in this world?
It's troublesome for you to do any time. I'm not saying that you're trying to do magic, but a meditative state can be good for things like astral body travel and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But doing that on the ocean is just as dangerous as in the world of Catherine Dare.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know.
Okay. Okay.
You can meditate, and it would be a good recuperation. She's still here, but kind of the drooling husk of which it would be a good way to recuperate any exhaustion or any wounds.
Mm-hmm. That's what and I think that looking magical and mysterious enough will actually keep the rest of the humans from me, at least.
This is true.
So she...
So you brush back your hair to expose your elven
Oh, yeah,
features?
definitely. And
so you were very sure that they will not...
Just.
Off the bee's nest.
Exactly.
And
That's when it's revealed the ship is, other than the captain, is crewed entirely by elves.
hey! And I guess for me, I'd be noting and documenting everything, every creature I see, wave conditions, doing my normal research for my goal.
And then the notebook is in by a dolphin demon.
This part of the ocean isn't particularly dangerous because you're still inside the 4 islands. If you go outside of them, things can get worse. As you will recall, all of you went to Marjura at some point, and the sea serpents and also Raugons at certain times of the year can be a problem. Raugons are insectoids about the same size as humans. They're hive-like, and they eat people.
Oh, that's the only kicker there.
Yeah, you will.
Well, honestly, you expect insect people to eat anything they can capture.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, true.
They're known among mercenaries. Mercenaries get posted on the South Island, Safina, to guard the south coast against their raids, because sometimes they go ashore there and try to capture people. There's a cavalry unit there that's specifically equipped to ward them off. But that's south of the South Island.
Yeah.
So here now, what you possibly could expect to see, if you're in really bad luck, you will see a Velserhog, which are very big fish that can eat ships. Or if you're in slightly better luck, you might be able to see a whale or two.
Can I roll to see the kind of creatures I find? Goblin's very intrigued by ocean creatures.
Sure.
Don't roll poorly.
Let me my underwater.
Pick one. Rationalize it.
Win, because he's doing in research. That's
Right.
an intellect
So
skill.
he knows where to look.
Yeah.
And
Hey, water! Nothing, some seagulls, 2 3s, and 1.
If you see a seagull in open water, there's trouble.
Hey, not seagulls. Okay, it's unfortunate. And yeah, I would like to talk to our friends for a quick moment when I get the chance, if she's not too busy.
One thing you will be doing, no, she's not terribly busy at all.
Okay, cool.
But you're not feeling that whole...
Perfect.
Yeah. One thing that you will be doing as you're traveling is passing by in the distance. You will be able to see it in the daylight when you come out in open sea. You're traveling northwestish, and far in the distance, just by the horizon, there is like a shadow over one particular part of the horizon, but only that part of the horizon.
Like a storm? Tornado?
Creature, an odd...
No,
that's-
like something really, really big.
Yeah.
No, that's the island of Stegos,
What's that?
the cursed island.
Mm.
You will know this story very well indeed because it has to do with Shamash.
Oh.
About
Cursed Island, that was enough for me.
Wow.
it was a while back. Oh, is everybody listening to the cat and stuff? It was a little while back now,
The cat had an
But-
important story.
more than a century, when the Transmirans decided to invade the Holy Kashat.
Oh.
The people of Stegos were loyal to Shamash,
Mm-hmm.
but they saw that this giant
Transmission is no such thing.
fleet under the eel skulls was coming, and they were like, wait a minute, there's no way the Holy Kashat can win this. So we'll go and plunder Albaruncia before the eel skulls can do it, and stab the Holy Kashat in the back.
Oh, wow.
And when they decided to do this, the God of Truth, Shamash, got so angry that he lay Stegos under eternal darkness. Their entire fleet sank because he made it so that the waters cannot carry ships, the winds cannot carry anything that flies, which means that if a bird flies into the darkness, it just dies.
Plummets. Okay.
And the sun will not shine on Stegos, even in broad daylight,
Oh, jeez.
until the curse over the island has been lifted by the god and they have atoned for their sins somehow. And the thing is, nobody knows how they're supposed to be doing that. Nobody knows if anyone is even alive on that island.
Yeah.
But that's the darkness over Stegos over there. And of course, this captain will keep well the hell away from there. Because if he goes there, you will sink.
Yeah.
And if you're really lucky, you might be able to swim almost to shore, but most people just drown because you can't swim there.
Not well.
And on top of that, you'd starve.
No,
anyway.
you sink.
He said nothing about
It's
swimming.
part of-
The
it's
curse
part of
says
curse.
nothing about swimming. The curse says
No,
everything about boats.
You will sink. So yeah, that's the curse of
How long? How many years?
the. I will have to check the wiki.
No, the curse doesn't say. The curse says nothing about walking on water.
Exactly.
Well, you can walk on the bottom, I suppose, but there's that little problem of breathing.
So basically, Shaglites could come to this island and they live fine, is what I'm really interpreting.
No,
Yes, I suppose, if they could get there.
you're not allergic.
Well, I'm assuming some of them can walk underwater. I'm assuming Caro, before we parted ways, told me the story of the alligator man that attacked her and her chief there.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll have to go into history.
Oh, that's fine. It's
Besides, you're also presuming that they didn't all
Here we
become those types anyway. The
Yeah.
survivors, right?
Yeah,
This was...
Maybe that's where they've secretly been coming from all along.
it's a possibility. What? I'm not going to investigate.
I'm curious. I'm sure. I'm curious.
Maybe he's like,
Okay. pages.
Sorry.
Is it? What I wanted to know is if it was during my
There.
lifetime.
It was 440 after Odo, so it's about 150 years ago.
So not. How old am I?
I don't quite remember.
It should be 150 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
So
when you were a kid then.
that's we're really not too far off because dwarven blood means I'm about 80 myself. I'm approaching on 100.
So yeah,
Kids.
that's the darkness of Stegos
okay.
down to the south.
Lording it over me with all your old age.
Oh yeah. You've seen like 4 generations. What have you seen?
What did you want to say to Arafel?
I'm
Fuck.
aside from I'm horribly seasick. I want to ask her what she was specifically sent to do regarding us.
Escort you.
Okay, so you were just sent to escort us.
Yes.
Okay. I guess beyond that, I'm going to do a water check on that. Anything she says, I'm going to check with water.
Okay.
6 and a 5.
A 6, but you have a 5 as well.
Yep.
She
Dwarven
seems
stare.
earnest.
Okay, just forgive my scrutiny. It's just as I was being attacked by those drunken villagers, I realized that you were providing no support in that regard, as I'll put it.
I'm not worried.
That's what I realized. That's what this conversation was really about. Thank you. That's really it. Oh, I wish. And I stumble at the door.
You will continue north. This is now a number of days that will go by. And you'll pass the island of Mixa,
Where is that?
which is, right, there we go. So that will be Stegos, and the next there is Mixa.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mixa has an interesting history behind it, which you will remember from Briar Busybody, who told you everything about it.
Except for those times when I actually had a bubble of silence around me,
And did
which was
everything.
most of the time.
So you have no idea about the history of Mixa. But you will know that you're getting closer to the island when a bunch of fishing boats are starting to pop up, and it's just more traffic around there.
Fair enough.
It's on the lane, but you know. I'm just gonna have a look at who is the current power on the island. Oh, that would be Galagormgal, the mercenary. I have no idea if he wants to farm you or do anything else.
Does he have time, really? He sounds like a busy guy.
It's more of a, is there a profit in it?
I mean,
I very clearly understand the mercenary mindset.
Yes, you do. Of course, Galagormgal is a person you would fear intensely. The Blood Waver.
Mm.
He takes no prisoners. He kills the shit out of people.
He kills the shit out of people.
No, but he does it
Yeah.
in particularly nasty ways.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? Everyone that kills people kills the shit. No. Like, I mean, walking through your entrails kills
Yes.
the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so basically like what I've seen the alligators do in a really bad winter season.
That's Tuesday.
Oh boy, Kintry, we're not going there?
No.
Oh yeah,
Yet.
no.
But that's if you're On this bad side.
The island of Mix is a very low-lying island. It doesn't have mountains or such, and you can see it's a fishing community for sure. You can feel the smells of the fisheries from far away. You're not going to stop there.
Are you sure that's fisheries?
Yeah.
Well, it might not be because, of course, there are all sorts of other interesting figures there as well. It has been known just a year ago or so. It was a pirate haven, and then the pirate queen was killed.
We're hitting a lot of interesting places on this tour.
Yep. The winds are still favorable, carrying you. It's southwesterly winds, which is pretty much perfect for this type of ship. And it's going to carry you forth towards Transmira. And off in the distance, it's going to be the third day on the ship when you get there. Mountains will mark the island on the horizon. It's your home.
Yeah.
It's a mountainous island. You've been there a lot. You've also been there. You recognize these mountains, the particular color, the particular shapes.
It
Really
just smells
ragged.
here.
Yeah.
Mika, just to make sure, I come from here, right?
No, you come from even further south originally.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, you must be a real north.
You're from the continent,
Yeah, okay.
which is not on this map.
How do we know you're not a bug person?
You don't.
She would have killed me by now if she was a bug person.
Are you sure about that?
I
Maybe
had-
she has orders from the hive mind.
I have
the
lots
dwarf
of
alive.
patience.
And this is kind of when your luck runs out because when you're passing the peninsula there,
If you show
on the southern edge of that peninsula, you're passing out of one weather system and into the next. And the south westerly winds that came up behind you are blocked off. And instead you are meeting headwinds, northerly winds and northeasterly winds, which means that you have to start tacking to stop. So you're going to lose time. Not that you could do a whole lot about that because you're not the ones manning the ship.
And we don't control the winds. So
You
we're
don't
good.
control the winds because
My
you don't have a
fate
wind
don't go
witch.
for that.
No.
Yeah, it's just a
No, we
dwarf
don't.
standing on top.
Doesn't
It's
work.
considerably colder here than around Palamux.
I unlace my tunic because I'm home.
March by... this is like doing a sail close to the Scottish Highlands in March. It's going to be windy and cold and miserable.
No,
and
I have a
slowly-
very, very nice elven cloak
Yes, you
that
do.
goes down to
And-
minus 50 degrees Celsius.
They live in a marsh. This is everything's almost better at this point. The sulfur fields were equal at worst.
So your soldiers are miserable,
Yeah.
as they're the locals, but the rest of you are just, yeah, this is what we're used to. We're not in the sweltering heat anymore. Yay! Yeah, you're pretty much practically playing a Scotsman. This world's equivalent.
Hi, laddie.
So it's taken you a few days to go from Fondrasilor here to here. Now it's going to take you another couple of days just to get up there
That's fine.
because the wind is not with you.
Yeah.
But you want to stay in the shallow waters because it's much better for the speed of the ship.
Weather's also typically tamer.
Mm.
It doesn't have the chance to blow itself up into a giant storm.
From
That's good.
afar, you will see when you get close there, the smokestacks and the smoke billowing up from the province of Kark, where you were defeating the Shagrites.
Oh,
Mm.
correct. That's. Oh, sorry. I was just noting that's where my shadow player's from, isn't it? Or where? She set up.
Hmm?
Yeah. The Island of Craig. That's where my shadow power is. The one I represent.
No. Oh, yes, Fundibera, yes.
Oh, there, yeah.
Yeah, she's up there. This is an area where a whole lot of the ore that is being mined in these mountains is processed. So there's this constant haze of dark clouds, smokes from all the smelters, and that sort of drifts out over the ocean, and you can feel the metallic tinge in the air.
So it smells like home, basically.
It smells like home, indeed.
Guys, this place smells so much better.
As you get here, you will notice that the activities from the Drakarian Navy is much more noticeable because they have a major naval base here.
No way.
Yeah, all the metal.
Yeah.
And again, you're not going to stop for supplies or what have you.
Jealousy rears
Yes.
its puppy head.
Yes. Yes,
Why did you
that's
have to go and do
exactly.
that?
Back off. I'm getting my pets.
You'll see the heavy warships that are laying at anchor, but also those that are out and patrolling. Just off the coast, keeping pirates at bay. And that's going to be the last you see of Prince Mira this time. You're not going to stay there.
Oh.
Hey, look, boys, it's the cushy job of the Navy. Sail around on a boat pretending you know what you're up to.
The sailors of this ship will glare at you at this.
Said the Navy.
I really must get it more often. Like, Goblin's entirely confused with that comment. Political.
Well, these guys might be the Navy undercover for all you know. As you get
If they're
to...
undercover, they're Marines.
Fair enough. As you see Vumbra in the distance, that's the city which is just on that particular corner there.
Times I have to keep up morale. My troops are...
That's also the time when it's time to turn the ship and go down south to head towards Paratrona and Priscilla. And this time you luck out because the winds are coming in from the east, which is also very suitable for this particular ship. Side winds are not bad at all.
No, not when you can angle your sails.
Exactly. So yeah, you pick up speed. Of course, you lose some speed because you actually have to go through some of the deep waters.
Oh, vector analysis.
But you don't have to be there for very long. And by the end of another day, you're losing count. You've been
Have I been keeping? No.
probably not. You will see the land again coming out of the ocean for the next island, Paratorna. The tip of there, the northern tip, is the northernmost point of Iliboria, which is the area where everyone is a junkie.
Oh.
This is the area which has been ruled by Opiander, the spice.
Does that translate to what I think it translates to?
It translates to addiction and very slow death.
Yeah, that's
And
what
before you die,
It's an opiate.
Yeah, exactly.
and before you die,
You give away everything.
your hallucinations become so real that other people can see them and be harmed by them.
Oh, jeez.
Magical
Yep.
opium.
Yeah, just see Goblin on the ship. I'd like to analyze some of that. Is everyone staring at him? For research, not the tape. I want to see what... Never mind.
That's what everyone that lives there says first.
Exactly. You will pass by, again, the city of Minbazuldra, which is right up here. It once was a major trading port. Now, nobody who don't have to stop there would, out of their own free will. The convoy to Marjura used to stop there to pick up some supplies because it's a big convoy. But nobody would go ashore because you don't know what those hallucinations will do with you. And anytime when it's a city filled with Opiander junkies.
Yeah.
And anytime that you sail by it, you will feel the smell because there's no infrastructure anymore for picking up garbage anywhere.
Mhm.
And certainly, it's a bad thing in any given city in Korea, but here it's just the worst because it's not just the garbage, it's also the rotting bodies in the alleys.
Real
Nothing-
or imagined.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And every so often, when you're just sailing by even, you can see parts of the town that are on fire and nobody cares.
Jeez. We seen
Yes.
hallucinations that are running around?
You're not going close enough.
Okay, cool.
This is also the realm of the default Apothecaries Guild. Sworn to release the lands of this accursed drug. Also, suspected anti-creationists.
Oh, that's a real picture.
Otherwise, they would have shown some success by now.
Yeah. I mean, if they just asked a god to help, that would have been way easier.
No, we got this.
It is like Samash is holding the plant that would cure everything just farther away. Nope.
Here, the ship really comes into its own. It has protection from the east, so which will break the most of the ocean swell. You have perfect coastal waters for this vessel. It gets warmer too, which is nice for the
Nope.
sailors, I guess,
And
for
my-
your
and my
soldiers. And
I put back my winter weight shirt, my summer weight shirt.
it's just hurrying down the coastline. And it's going to be still a couple of days of travel along this coast. It's a very long coast.
I can say it. There's an arch, and then the tailbone starts.
And look at the winds. They're going crazy.
Yeah. You will also pass by on this trip the city of Siola, which is it's right here. It's the Royal Arsenal, the Imperial Arsenal. They build all their warships there, most of them, and also all sorts of war machines, trebuchets, catapults.
Ooh.
And they also manufacture a good deal of kuta, of putter. The stuff that goes boom when you put some fire to it.
You know, one day I wish to travel there. A few of my dwarven buddies wish to go there as well. They say lots
all
of
this time you've been living on dried fish for the most part, which is not terribly inspirational, because speed has been of the essence.
You come tell a few stories at home that just to cheer up the soldiers. They seem pretty downcast.
We plan on eating really well once we get to shore.
Okay, yes.
In the other system, I could do the Magi. Can I do that without any dice?
Depends on what you want to do.
Just spice up the food a little bit.
Right.
So
When you're trying to impact the storyline,
Mhm.
that's when you need it.
okay, so the food is actually pretty well tasty.
For being dried fish.
It's tobacco tastes like trail mix. Anyway, so there I was, swinging from a vine, alligators chomping at my feet, but I still had to protect the egg.
You will also see, as you're closing into the Chrysander Bay, which is where
Soldiers are like,
Sylvia
yeah.
is located,
We're used to know shit there. I watch stories.
the glorious statue of Castique.
Yeah, that's the Steve.
She stands right there at Pumqualby, which is also the headquarters of or used to be the headquarters of the Digitalonga. But it is also the site of the Pillar Father, the holy seat of the Pillar Father. And the Pillar Father is, of course, the highest-ranking priest
The
of
pillow father. Sorry.
the Church of Castique. And her statue is standing there on a cliff, watching over the bay.
Have I seen that
Huge,
before?
6 or 7 meters tall lady, looks like gold, but probably isn't. More like bronze, really. With her 6 arms and 6 legs.
Trying to be 6 times cooler than Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah. Guys, I think the seasickness got to me. I'm seeing a giant woman with 6 arms.
No, that's the statue.
I was wondering why she was made of bronze that was cheaply disguised as gold. I'm gonna go lie down. Thump.
And finally, then, on the
Whatever day.
whatever day,
They,
you have no idea anymore. You arrive to the city of Tresilva, a wretched hive of
Scum and villainy.
scum and villainy.
You're the one controlling the 2 mouses.
Yes,
You're all power.
there you go.
No,
you will,
you're
in
ahead.
fact, land north of here. There's an island just off the map here that's called Okrazanda, which is the main port. Yes, there you go. That's the map as well. There's another map. So this is where all the heavy ocean-going traffic goes, because this doesn't really allow ocean-going ships to dock properly. And the smells. Lots of
city.
spice, in fact.
Yeah.
And lots of all sorts of other interesting smells. Incense, the smell of luxury. If luxury has a smell, Tresilva smells in it. Even the coins here smell. Because each guild has the right to issue their own coins. And they take care to imbibe the coins with the particular smell of their guild. So if you happen to get a Trakeen of the Baker's Guild, it will smell of fresh bread.
Ooh. While he's here, he's going to attempt to gather at least one of every kind of coin he can find. This is too interesting.
This is
They don't all
getting
mix well.
towards mid-March for test stuff. But since the weather here is quite nice, you're not into the summer months yet, so people still wear enough clothes to cover themselves. But they also wear as little clothes as they possibly can to show off their assets.
So they can get more Baker's Guild coins.
Yeah.
And if there ever has been a city of vanity, this would be it. If Fontraselor is a decaying, decadent city, this is a prosperous, decadent city.
Okay.
It's the difference between the rotting rust belt of Detroit against the glittering glitz of Las Vegas.
Oh. Huh.
Both can be probably called decadent by the priests of Shamash, but they're decadent in very different ways. So the ship will finally dock. It is what time of day? Middle of the day, in fact.
Horses.
Yep.
Just see me lying on top one.
Lazy.
I'm seasick.
Not at sea.
Give me a minute. And, another thing, I'm going to grab one of the heads of the scythe. I'm going to just tuck that in with me. I want to analyze it if I can find a forge that will let me use it. I want to inspect these weapons that they made.
If you have time to do that.
Yeah, so I just want to keep one with me. So I just disassemble it and then staffs on my back. And
That's easy enough. I'm going to say that for this scene, because you were so sick, you did not recover your fear or so on and so forth. The rest of you have obviously completely recovered because, after a while,
okay, now I'm
you've
walking.
been for a week at sea or something.
Yeah. So I'm walking with the staff. I'm hobbling
So
with it.
really looking forward to red meat.
Yeah,
Really
really.
looking forward to red
Yes,
I'm looking for the land. I'm looking forward to the land to stop spinning.
that too. As you are getting the horses unloaded, an official will come towards you, and you can tell it's an official because of all the fancy clothes he's wearing.
Fancier.
Yes. I mean, if this is a place where people show off their wealth by dressing well, yes, it's Tresilva.
They just have a price tag stapled on their chest.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
the,
much.
that's the minimum starting price.
All, every piece of jewelry they can possibly cram in, every piece of
I can't bend
expensive
my
silks they can have.
Oh, wow.
You're not anybody
They
if you're
waddle
not
forward
rich.
instead of walking.
Castikius, blessings upon you, travelers.
Thanks. I'm also really strange to
May
these
profit
people.
ever be with you.
Cool.
Say, would you possibly happen to be Gunfrit the Rakwa?
I am.
Very good, very good. We were told to expect you. I understand that you have been hired by the Defaults Guild.
At the moment.
Yes, we are told to extend every courtesy. Do your traveling companions, are they in need of any medical attention? Possibly herbs?
Do you have something for seasickness here?
Certainly, certainly.
Okay, good. I'd also like to learn, as a mean trade, I'd like to ask questions, but I'd like to learn what this stuff is at the same time.
Please, come. He will lead the party towards an apothecary, in fact, which you can tell by the sign.
Never mind.
And he'd be happy to give you a brew of some kind of concoction to
So I
help
don't
you.
read it.
Your
I just
stomach
see a
stress
mortar
settle.
and pestle. I don't read that.
And yeah, I'd also like to learn from him as well. So anything I can do to learn how this stuff works, how seasickness medication is made.
Oh, certainly, please.
Harry needs a little more than just seasickness.
If you care to come to my laboratory, I'll show you.
If you would have me, I'd be honored to learn. This is part of my craft, as you can say.
Very well.
Whip out
I'd
notebook
be
and
happy to teach.
whip out notebook and jot down whatever I do, whatever I need to learn.
Lesson 1. Shut up.
Yeah.
So meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
are we during the voyage here?
Yep.
I have obviously asked whatever Apostela
That's Arafel.
Arafel if we are supposed to take in on a hostel, or if what are we supposed to do here, so to say.
Keep a low profile, I suppose.
Yes, but
And then continue
are
the journey.
you going to have us installed in your
No,
quarters?
I have no connections here.
So we will go and get somewhere to.
I might, however, know someone who can help you.
Who is?
Dramatic pause.
Yes, Magic Balls. Because I have to look it up.
Ken Fritter. Damn it!
For some reason, Jeff's coming to mind.
Jeff took care of this.
On the boys.
I'll have to talk to the people I know here in the city to know exactly who might be helpful and who might not.
So meanwhile, we take in on a hostel.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that one. Because I certainly is in dire need of a bath.
And
And
to say
good
so, we
food.
could have thrown you off the ship with a rope tied to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, I haven't really noticed between the horses. I think the fresh salad cape is on me.
Trisilva, this wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Seems like we're always hitting that place.
Yes, you're going from one to another. I'm not sure if there are any that aren't.
We're in the Crown Isles. It's a whole wretched dead and scum going.
Ståndsudde.
It's a place like this that make me happy. I live in a smarsh.
Smarsh. Loves the smarsh weather.
Yeah.
Let's see now.
Smarsh fairs are always the ones.
There are plenty of inns at Okerzande, and because it's a transit place. You come here. Some people are getting here a bit late to actually enter the city proper and stay overnight. And you can certainly
Plus,
get
we have
yourself,
someone that can't stay in the city overnight.
yeah, and you can definitely get yourself a barge to travel upriver from here.
Okay, what we want to do is to find a place where lots of different people from different kind of races are lodging, so we don't stand out.
We're not be too terrible.
We're terrible.
The only real difference is the height and the fact that I'm yay tall with a gigantic beard and
Well, and I'm an elf, and we have a wolfman with us.
Yeah,
He's
Oh,
the only real problem here.
you are truly the wondering
Menagerie.
diversity. I was going to say
Menagerie.
the wondering diversity.
with a cone of height.
That's it.
It's all right. Me and my human majority traveling with some minorities.
So
place
do we
I can-
find anything like that?
Yeah. Oh, this is the most cosmopolitan place in the empire.
Good.
Okay, they good to horses?
Yeah.
Yes, we find? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Not a problem to find here.
Okay.
This is very highly trafficked area. The
Okay.
tricky bit will be to find some place where there's enough spaces available.
Do we
'Cause
find
you're
that?
not alone here.
Oh yeah, we got an entourage.
Mm-hmm.
Do we find it, or?
You don't know too much about street stuff, do you?
Oh, I'm so highly skilled in just that. Very much.
Let's take Ganford's leads on this one.
I can potentially find us some places.
Most people don't stay here. They try to get their rowboat to go across. But they're water rolls, maybe.
Okay. 5, 5, 3.
6 and a 4.
3 and a 5.
Rowery has what again? 1? I don't remember.
I don't remember, Rory.
Yeah, he has 1. 5. Yay. I suppose together you can solve the task of finding lodging. The tricky bit will be the horses because there's so many of them.
You could sell off.
But,
No.
but you're a traveling unit, so you must have a tent
No.
for the troops, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can just bivouac next to the inn where the honorable and fine guests or something.
It's nothing new to them.
No.
They have nobility that come through here. Not often staying, but
Oh yeah, I'm real noble. I'm the
no,
boss.
I mean for the fact that there's going to be soldiers camped next door
No,
in the yard.
The apothecary would be happy to help you to find a barge for your continued
wow.
journey.
This guy's awesome.
I think Tinder is a little bit irritated of humans right now.
What, all the people who want to help you? Stop helping me, damn it! I just want to run the ramen assassins. At least them I know.
I want to
They're
be
bad guys.
alone in my room so I can think.
We're trying to find a room.
Here, your room's upstairs and to the left. Go.
Thank you. No, he's dragging us to this apothecary. We
It's the
don't.
first stop we made, so we would stop throwing up every 5 steps.
And I just turned the pages. I know how to make medicine to help cure. I know what these medicines do. I'm going off.
You now have, in fact, healed that fear, right?
Yep.
Yep. You are calmed by the things you drink from this apothecary.
Cool. And I learned about those. Unless I have to make
Yes, indeed. Well, you tried.
Okay, I know it.
Ancient guild secret. Ancient
He-
guild
he-
secret.
He apparently likes to make small talk and wonders what you feel about this strange prophecy that's come from the Mount Rance.
Oh well.
We don't have time for this. Let's go.
Well, actually, we might. This is an important. Come on, no, let me. This is important.
Let's go.
Dracoria. Wait, what would this? I'm sorry. What was my prophecy again? This.
Oh, Dracoria will crumble.
Oh, Please, Dracoria will crumble. Read the 16th and 15th verse. I say on the way out the door. It's important, you know. Please be safe. Okay, I can walk. Ginger, I can walk now. I'm getting dragged by the throat.
Sea madness.
He forgot been living by myself in a swamp for about 30 years. Well, I guess he didn't know. I never really talked to Gamford a whole lot.
Hanford's like, man, Apothecary's helping us because of, you know, my contract. Might want to make sure that he doesn't think I'm too crazy about sea madness. Dun, 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 dun.
I find one thing I've learned is when you're walking with me into places, you get a lot of strange looks anyway. Gamford, you don't have much of an argument to make.
So you want to book passage on because you didn't want to accept his help, or did you?
I did,
You did.
but as soon as I
They're
was talking,
dragging the. Yeah.
She wants to be alone.
Okay, you go alone and
We
you
can
book a
Just
passage.
to say, book the passage for later.
Yeah.
yeah, and I tell him to be very careful. Dracoria will fall. That's the Shamashi priests have decided this on the prophecy.
Oh dear me.
Yes, please be
How
careful.
can they be so sure?
Drugs.
I'll be 100% honest. They have yet to tell me that. I mean, more or less, keep yourself safe. That's really what that's one of the points I wish to make. As I say, the apothecary.
Yes, that sounds. Now, clearly, this realm is a wretched place to be. This constant glorification of Castique. We have much more important things to deal with. But
Yes, I know you feel. Well, anyway, my Ginger drags me out at that point.
I think she's
Right.
actually.
no, Tindra is going to her room, and you can spend the rest of the afternoon in the Apothecaries Guild.
Oh, yeah.
As much as you like.
Cool,
Yeah.
I got
It was just that she really wanted some place where she could find a room and close the door and finally be alone.
Yes.
And
For
then
the first time in a week.
yes, and then she doesn't care where the rest of them go.
cool. Well, I'm gonna ask. What are the forgery? I'm gonna ask for forgeries around here. Yeah, the apothecary. You know if any?
Oh, that would be in Jasilda proper. There are not many around here.
Okej,
I'll just read what you knew.
jag går ut med henne en liten stund medan vi försöker.
Any dwarven folk run them? I'm curious. Or do you see many dwarven folk around here?
Not too many, no. I'm sure there is a couple, because there's everything here. But dwarves tend to stay away from the city.
Yes, I can see why. Oh, thanks for your time. I'm probably just gonna head to bed.
Well, don't you know that the Pyrotronians used to enslave dwarves at the Zedispar?
I've been ignoring that for the greater good of everyone.
So you do know that.
I am very aware. That is where I'm from, good sir. Yes.
Well, good luck.
You too. I'm gonna grow to bed.
Grow to bed.
May you ever stumble over your beard.
Would I know that's a dwarven? Is that a thing people say to dwarves?
No. You're a Pyrotrona. You're going to get insulted.
Oh, that's what this is.
Yes. That's what they do here.
What?
The finest
Here,
people
here
are the
in-
ones who can deliver the most scathing insults.
Oh, are we doing
Yes.
this? Oh, okay. I say. Oh, what am I? He's gonna stop at the door at this insult, and he says, what do I do? I can't. I'm thinking under pressure.
Tastes about as well as one of your brews.
Oh man, O's.
Well, you're
you know
gonna.
what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, and thank you, sir. And with the way you run your shop, may you not dive into horrible poverty anytime soon. Good night, apothecary.
You have booked a barge anyway, with the help of the apothecary
He's pro-
and the slinging of insults.
It's a fine city of parting shots.
Yes, it is.
Super fan.
They won't leave until tomorrow morning because of tides.
I'm getting
You
some.
can't rule over those.
Tides.
Getting some.
Yeah.
Well, someday.
Some can, but you don't know anyone like
No.
that right now.
Someday.
If you get yourselves access to a water wizard at some point, that might change.
I like reading, but that's a little out of my element. No pun intended.
Yeah, how are you going to spend the afternoon at Okrusanda, or if you want to cross over to the city proper?
I'll be crossing over. I know once my men are situated.
The men are asking if they can cross
Oh.
over.
Yeah, I know.
Ample opportunity to get drunk, gamble, get mugged, buy stuff.
Then
Not
get mugged
necessarily
again.
in that order.
Be back at camp before
Visit
sundown.
all the ladies of the night
Back at
and
camp
ladies
before
of
sundown.
all hours, in fact, because I'm sure you can. Back before sunlight,
Sundown.
sundown.
Woohoo! Yeah, back.
We are off.
I'm just staying there again for. They heard the back before midnight, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They're gonna follow that, right?
Yes.
You're not. Okay, cool. I'm gonna crash. I'm just gonna head to the inn that we're staying in. I'm gonna crash
Hey,
so you can get some food.
I'm not going to explain it to you. You're not a military man. You don't understand the unwritten agreement. As long as they're there when I wake up and they're ready to go, they made it back on time.
I understand. I understand drunken unruliness. The dwarves back home had a certain way of celebrating events, and even though they lived in the mountain, they somehow weren't back before dawn themselves. It's an intriguing system. But that's for me. Good night.
Any particular part of the city you want to explore on this fine day, which is maybe not such a fine day. Well, it's cloudy. It's okay. Cloudy in March. It's not bad.
Obviously smart weather. Could deal with a bracing cold rainstorm right
You
now.
will, of course, see the nobles with their absolutely amazing wigs.
Yeah.
Works of art they are.
Please tell me that's the same height I am.
The hair probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There it
asking.
is, yes.
So many humans are so strange.
You
Assuming
will
these
be
are
able to
humans.
see the people who are dressed in the finest of cloth, the finest of the richest of them all, who are carried in beers and are sitting absolutely still. So if they make any movement, the cloth will break. So,
I don't get it. How does that help with battle? Fine for dwarf means proper for battle. Just humans are
slaves are carrying those divans, and they have all that sort of stuff.
Because it's show wealth, not practical wealth.
Exactly.
Yes, I've heard of that concept on my travels. It's the strangest thing. People are strange, says the Marsh Dwarf.
There's an absolutely gigantic fleet of barges crossing all the time, and so carrying people. It's no problem at all to find passage to the city proper. You just pay them some mackerels and off you go. That's the equivalent of copper coins. And there's just about anything to be bought in the market stalls just around the port, and that's just the beginning of the shopping bonanza that Trasilda is. You'll find everything that a starved for pleasure mercenary could possibly want right there in the port. There are inns, there is food that is being cooked, there is all sorts of food. If you want some pork, if you want langok, mashed langok, if you want mussels, if you want fish, mutton, whatever you want, it's here. There is beers of all kind, particularly from Sofina, because that's such a good place. And wines. There is mead. There is all the not just ladies of the night, just about any type of person of the night that you might possibly be interested in amusing yourself with. There is woodcraft, souvenirs.
Metal crafts?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm asleep now, so it's not going to do me much good.
I see Ganfred first arranging to replenish their travel wares and make sure that the company's good to go. And then, all right, now I'm going to go enjoy myself.
New helmets.
Yep.
Oh,
I want to check out some interesting weaponry and armor.
Sounds like this place was built to stay a couple of nights and leave.
While eating, my nicer street meats and then eventually finding my way to a inn/tavern that is classier than my men would be at. Because again, the unwritten rule.
The unwritten rule, indeed.
Yeah.
Come back to start inspecting all your loot. Like in the mirror, you're trying on all the helmets.
So I didn't get any extra wealth or gold, so it's a lot of window shopping other than necessities.
If there's one problem here, it's that it's so easy to get lost.
Yeah.
It's for someone who's never been here, as long as you keep to the main streets, it's easy enough to get yourself back because you can always just go north and you'll end up by the port. But if you start taking detours into the alleyways, it's a maze. It's an absolute maze.
Yeah.
I
also don't want to get waylaid in an alley.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
That can happen for sure. And that's something that you might want to think about.
Yeah.
This area here, the Septavium, is the largest park. And there, for those who are so interested, and I think you might be, Goblin, you will be able to find, in fact, the Kermalog, which is a wonder. It's a tourist attraction par excellence. It's a wonder of modern engineering and mechanics. It's supposed to be a timekeeping device. It's huge. It's bigger than the Statue of Castile. Has it looks like two large what do you call it, drums for steam engine purposes.
Mm-hmm.
That on top of them is a large, again, statue of Castile, but she's surrounded by all sorts of levers and probably stars or zodiac signs.
Mm-hmm.
And all sorts of other things that are jutting out and constantly in some form of movement. A gigantic pendulum is swinging as well. And at particular times in the day, there will be steam hissing from one pipe, possibly something looking like milk dripping from Castique's breasts to mark time as well. And all sorts of other little wonders. And
That's 3 drip past the hour.
Yeah. Well, I guess if we have some time in the morning, I'll probably go look at that at Camford. Yeah, I would have read about that. So yeah, but in the evening, I'm completely asleep. Guess I'll do the shopping in the morning.
It's a huge mechanical device, and absolutely an enormous tourist attraction for any traveling party. I'm guessing that you're not going to do any touristing in the city at all. You're just sitting in your room and just...
Yeah, in my little silent bubble.
Yep.
Well, you know what? There is a couple of things I would like to do, actually.
Get out your support knife.
I would actually like to get out of the city and reinforce my poor herb.
Great. Yes. Well, you can do that. It's not the best area for doing so because you're still... I mean, this is such a metropolitan area, right?
Yep.
So even outside the city walls, there's so much traffic. And if there is any herb worth picking, it's going to be you and half the apothecaries of the city trying to look for them. So, yeah, don't expect any pristine wilderness around here.
No. But I might find, the regular smörblomma.
Yeah, possibly. Unless
That's when
they've
we find
already been harvested by someone else.
And that's when we find out she's been arrested by the Apothecary Guild for breaking into their garden.
I was gonna say, yeah, there you might find it.
I need an all-purpose key. Don't ask why.
You will find in let's see now, down here, quite a few marsh people who wade around just by the shoreline to pick mussels and all sorts of other things that they harvest.
Good for them.
Yeah, so that's the kind of harvesting that's happening, I suppose.
I guess in the morning if we have any time, yeah, I'll probably just head out and see the metalwork tower and then maybe look for a forge.
Over here as well, in Lexarium, you might have some